So good afternoon, and thank you, ATPCO, for having me here. I'm just so excited right now that I did not trip up those stairs. So if that gives me brownie points, I hope so. So my name is Jodie Novotny, and I'm the head of global sales for OAG, and I work with our travel technology customers. So OAG, what is OAG? We're the largest provider of air travel intelligence. We equip the entire travel ecosystem, including the airlines, the airports, the major travel tech customers, the startups, anyone that's in this travel ecosystem. We provide the data and the analytics that they need to compete, innovate, and thrive. Specifically, we work with our clients to help them grow their business, streamline their operations, and delight their travelers. So at OAG, we believe that innovation starts with collaboration and having the best data possible. We provide the data, the experience, the expertise to help you create, innovate, and take the solutions to their next level. So this is a really exciting time in this industry. We've seen a lot of well-established companies that are starting to be innovative and come up with new solutions to some of the startups. And so it's really cool what's going on in the industry. So what am I here to talk about? We recently surveyed over 2,000 travelers to find out what do they want. So while robots and biometrics is really cool, and it definitely is a smart investment, and it's where the future is going, that's not what the travelers want right now. So what they want is they want real-time data. So 78% of the travelers that we surveyed, they want flight prediction data. They want to know when their flight's going to be delayed or canceled. In fact, they want it predicted for them. 75% of them want real-time updates on expected boarding times. 75% of travelers want turn-by-turn GPS instructions how to get to the gate. And then 77% of travelers also want how long are they going to be expected to wait in those security lines. So the real takeaway from our survey is real-time information and intelligence is still the best way to delight your travelers and improve the travel experience. So if you were to look at the analytics chain, and you go up, you see predictive, what's supposed to happen. And the next one up on the chain is prescriptive. And there's a reason why it's the highest one up there. It's got the highest value, but it's also the most difficult to achieve. Why? Is because it enables actionable items. So I'm going to tell you guys a couple of use cases that we see at OAG and how different companies within the industry can use prescriptive data. So the first one being for a passenger. So let's say a passenger arrives at the airport and they receive a notification that their flight is delayed or possibly canceled. Prescriptive data will tell them which flight they should book, or rebook, I should say, that's going to actually get them to their destination and make that meeting. So prescriptive opportunity for an airline. So an airline can make a profit-driven, customer-centric decision on when to cancel and rebook a delayed flight or even hold that aircraft for a traveler that's running late due to a delayed connection. By doing this, you are building further customer loyalty because you're keeping the customer happy because you've rebooked them on another flight or you held that plane for them. Another opportunity for an OTA. So an OTA can use prescriptive data to take advantage of last-minute travel planning. So how do you price those flights for those last-minute travelers? Can you price them higher? Will prescriptive data tell you that you can actually do that? So TMCs can use prescriptive data to help customers with their travel effectiveness. So if you have a customer that is always being booked on delayed or canceled flights, prescriptive data will help you pick the right flights in the beginning so that you can increase and improve their travel effectiveness. So here's a couple of companies that we work with and a couple of companies that we're looking at that do things with predictive and prescriptive data already. One of the companies, I'm sure you guys have all heard of Freebird. So Freebird, you book a ticket. If your flight is delayed or canceled, they will rebook you at no cost on another flight, therefore being prescriptive and getting you to your meeting on time. Lumo uses predictive data. They have a risk score on a flight so that if your flight is at a high risk, let's say an 8, before you even get to the airport, you know that you have a likely chance of that flight being delayed, and let's go ahead and rebook you on another flight. Therefore, again, building that customer loyalty and getting rid of that whole, I gotta be at the airport and go stand in that line and wait to go get rebooked. A couple other companies, Asaya. Asaya is really interesting. They actually put video cameras at the gate, and they're taking real-time information, and they're watching how long does it take for a plane to deplane, how long does it take for catering to be on board, how long does it take for de-icing. What this information will do is help the airlines predict how long a plane's at the gate and possibly get rid of some of those delays and possibly cancellations. And then we have a company called Flyer that uses predictive data to predict pricing flights. Oh boy, I got dinged. But you know what, I'm done. So that's actually good. Really quick, last thing I wanted to say before they kick me off is although this is really new technology, it is the wave of the future. I hope you all embrace it, and thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Jodie, for that. So you're now in the hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat.
Okay. So you made a good point about what comes after predictive analytics is prescriptive analytics.
Right.
So what, for companies out here, after they get a prescriptive analytics capabilities, what can they do? What comes next?
So, you know, it becomes more of a what do you do with it, with the data. So predictive is all about what's supposed to happen. Prescriptive is how do you make smart decisions for future. So having the right data and looking at those historical trends is going to be really important.
Okay. You mentioned a bunch of different cases from TMCs, airports, and others. Some companies have held back from this because they feel like they need to have a lot of data scientists or some level of sophistication. Do you have any views or opinions to talk to people who are hesitant about embracing prescriptive analytics?
Yeah, I mean, it is tough. There's so much data out there, right? So you have to make sure that you're getting good data. But don't be afraid of it, because what it's going to end up doing for you and for your travelers is making them loyal. By having that data and going one step further from just predicting what's going to happen, actually giving them an actionable item is key. I mean, you're really building customer loyalty, whether it's a TMC, an OTA, or an airline, by giving those actionable item steps.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Jodie, thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.